Greetings and welcome to all who are listening to this transmission. The energies on the earth plane that are allowing the ascension are accelerating to an intensity that we have never experienced before. During the month of January, our planet was receiving and still keeps receiving a very powerful vibrations of the wave that we call Aleph Aur, or the first light. And this energy is like a raw energy that allows the civilizations to be created. So we are all given an opportunity to learn very intensely the new tools, the new protocols to be coded and decoded and recoded and reprogrammed to step very powerfully into this new way of life and create the civilization that we can rightfully call the heaven on earth. Recently, the ascension energies have been so intense that along with the process of receiving the new, there was very intense activation of what we call the resistance patterns. So as the new is happening and coming through, at the same time, what we call the old is also trying to integrate within the new energies, and these resistance patterns are coming very strongly. So many people were feeling the resistance in the form of physical symptoms that come out of nowhere, various emotional and mental patterns that are becoming quite unstable. Very interesting aspect of events and situations, injuries, problems that we used to have earlier in life, and we thought that we have processed them and so forth, are now reappearing on some other level, showing that a particular aspect of that pattern are still present in our system. So as always, we are given intense divine grace and help to cope with everything which is happening in our lives at this point of time. So during this transmission, we are receiving a very powerful gift given by the divine intelligence, and we are going to be helped in a way to not only cope but to very successfully transcend through the patterns of resistance and to anchor much more effectively the new protocols. If we are to create into the 5D reality heaven on earth, we need to be truly remade, which means various new centers are opening in our bodies and energetical bodies. There are centers in the brain that are being activated. There are various new glands that are starting to become active and create what we call new higher hormonal activity, and many, many other aspects of our energetical makeup and our inner life are now coming to a core and are accelerating to the point where we are starting to not recognize our old selves and really entering our new way of life. Almost like the natural process of metamorphosis that is observed in the caterpillar butterfly, that is exactly what we are doing now, completing our old way of life and willingly relinquishing everything that we used to be, including our old identity, belief systems, way of life, creation, thought forms, and so forth. And we are now stepping into the process of intense metamorphosis and then emerging in our new way of life as a butterfly. Butterfly is not the caterpillar that has just grown some wings suddenly, but it is a completely new form. So the old form is dissolving and a new form of our own selves within our own lives is emerging. Recently, we had such an intense experiences where the balancing of these energies, the resistance and the new, have been coming to the crucial points. The 21st of March, which was the equinox time, allowed these energies to start coming in our lives with the equal intensity. So as we are trying this balancing act, our old self is becoming lost and not capable, but our new self and our new tools are actually there to allow us very swift and happy and wonderful, joyful transition. So the advice right now from the higher realms is just allow the new. For that reason, on the weekend coming up on the 22nd and 23rd of April, we are stepping into something that the divine is calling empowerment and allowing. This is connected with the event that on the 11th of April gathered a large group of us, which at the venue Teoro here in Auckland, created such a powerful vortex energy. The energies in the room were palpable, and we were working with the sacred sound instruments. The sound itself creates the biochemical changes and activates brain chemistry in a way which is so healing and so profound. And with the light language and the anchoring of the new art heart vibrations, we have all felt incredible shift, and this is happening globally. Many groups around the world were working at the same time, anchoring these energies. After the event on the 11th, people were saying that they were experiencing that their resentment and anger are gone. They felt physical changes. They would say as a comment, I feel different. I don't know how, but I feel very different. Some people were experiencing the very next day for the first time the sighting of the like energy beings with that they call angelic presence, so visible, so activation of their inner third eye. So other people would say that all of a sudden they felt these vortexes opening in their system. That was my case as well. For 3 days after the event, I was feeling this intense bliss energy, feeling so just heavenly. There is no other words to explain that, this awesome inner glow, and was feeling that the various vortexes and centers in the body were activating and preparing for what is next to come. Because we all have a role into our 5D reality, it is truly time to get activated. So this is an open invitation for everybody who feels this is the time to join us for this powerful weekend. We are going to be working on the energy points of the ancient Lemurian sites. In the last 20 years, around the portal area of Bombay, south of Auckland, there are various temples that were built all in the last 20 years over the powerful Lemurian energy lines. So on Saturday the 22nd, we are going to the Buddhist temple in Botany, which is over the activated throughout January Lemurian temple, and we will be working in the various aspects of this temple, receiving the energies of the grid and working with the celestial energies, because all they combine in the particular fashion on the particular days for all of us, the surface human race, to receive these changes and shifts so intensely. So we are almost in like a power chamber, which is activated, and on the 22nd, which is the Mother Earth Day, with the grid of the earth and the new celestial energies, we will be going through our magical transformation. On the second day, the 23rd, we are at Sharda, which is also within the ancient Lemurian nucleus. So this is now the nucleus energy. More will be explained obviously over the weekend, but just like I'm giving you a glimpse. And obviously, as we receive the new templates, the new codes, the new identity, many of us, the universal energies are saying, are going to receive their new cosmic name, which is the soul identity. So starting to relinquish the body identity and experiencing ourselves as the cosmic multidimensional beings. We are going to receive the new contracts with divinity. So who are we going to be from now on? What is our mission, life purpose, the ways of life, and change of the thought forms. And the moment we become this high power vibrational entity, all of a sudden whatever we send comes back to us as the beautiful, harmonious, magical events, situations, relationships. So we are basically starting to create heaven on earth in our own lives, in the groups, in the societies, and of course globally. There have been very interesting information coming from the scientific world that measuring by the units of Gauss, which is the measurement for the magnetic field, looks like the magnetic field of the Earth has accelerated and became much more intense by the tens of the Gauss units. And there is also a measurement of the available ions in the atmosphere, so our ionosphere is becoming much more active, and the ability of our bodies to absorb and utilize the ions is now much higher. So we will be again like a power station, allowing all the new grid of our body, of our system, to absorb this ionic force and to become truly vibrationally so much higher. You're aware that recently in New Zealand we had so many electrical storms and amazing energetical aspects were happening. So New Zealand got activated. On this weekend we are going to take a full advantage of the grace we are receiving of this activation and allow ourselves to shift the real. One of the very important aspects which are to be mentioned is that with the new tools that we are receiving, and that means the protocols, the thought forms, the belief systems, the perception levels, the brain chemistry, activation of the centers, and so forth, all of us who are serving in particular way the global ascension are now going to be given our next tasks. So that means whatever we used to know, be, and serve with, and help in the healing profession or teaching and so forth. So all of this is about to change, and we are lovingly and joyfully allowing this change and allowing the universal divine intelligence to position us into our new roles. So it is very exciting on so many levels, and the open invitation is for everybody, whether they are interested in creating in their own lives or global ascension or whatever is their motivation and agenda at this point of time. We all need to go through these changes. We can't create in the 5D unless we are equipped and programmed to do so. So we are giving thanks to the divine grace for giving us all these tools and all these ways. And among the other things, here is the gift, which is going to help everybody to balance the polarities much more effectively. We are going to be coded with light language during this process, and we are given the specific new mudra. You're aware of the power of the mudras that were given throughout ancient times till today, which are given as a particular positioning of the fingers that are connecting various circuits, allowing us to connect with the higher celestial circuits and the circuits in the body. So now we are going steps higher, and we are going to work not only with the fingers mudra, but with the heart mudra here in the middle of the palm. So I'm going to explain this mudra now. So during the process, when we come to that, you will be able to connect your body in that circuit. So in the middle here, if you put both of the middle fingers, the middle finger and the ring finger touching exactly in the middle of the palm, the other three fingers will create this configuration. It is perfectly aligned with the 3 points which are on each side of the eyes, and exactly here, the point which is at the hairline where the entry for the 8th chakra is. So when you connect like this, you will feel that all 3 aspects are connecting absolutely perfectly in this anatomical proportion. When you're holding this mudra, both polarities and both sides of the brain are starting to balance, and more importantly, the flow of ions are starting to become unified from the linear through the meridians, becomes like a vortex, and you feel it. People sense like a sensation around their energy centers, and you're called during this process to hold that when it is explained, and then for at least 21 days to daily spend at least between 15 to 20 minutes holding the mudra and allowing the processes in your body that are going to be activated with this gift today. So to have a bit of a further understanding, this work will change the chemistry of the brain, allowing the mind to step into its higher transformative power. So to abandon the thought forms of the linear programming, because all the suffering in this world was programmed within the linear thought form. Now we are going to access the higher thought forms, which are the globular and the pyramidal thought forms. Again, more information will be given as we go with these processes on the weekend and throughout the year. However, just to be aware that it is a real power station of our transformation, and be aware that when you do that connection, that you are really stepping into the alignment with the divine source vibrations. So just allow. It is there to empower you, to change you. So just allow all of these vibrations to sweep through your body. Do not give it a specific thought, but afterwards observe how much your life is changing. So let us start with the process by allowing ourselves to step into the field of Quan. You're most welcome to close your eyes if it is more pleasant for you. And become aware of the energies that are enveloping you. This is always a live wire process. As you're listening to this transmission, you're automatically enveloped within the field. Put your attention into the heart space and feel it expand. And now with your consciousness, just go inwardly, expanding in your own body, in all of the cells of the body simultaneously. Acknowledge the vastness of the cellular field. And now move with your consciousness simultaneously in all of the molecules that all of these cells are made of. And allow yourself to expand on the molecular level, acknowledging again how vast, how huge the molecular field is and how huge you are on the inside. And as you keep breathing connectedly and deeply, allow yourself now to move inside all of the atoms of all of your molecules simultaneously. And allow the expansion into the atomic level. It's almost like a universe on the inside. You can feel the black velvet of the black light, the peace, and also the tiny little specks of light that represent the electrons and the nucleus and then protons, neutrons, quarks, neutrinos, bosons, stepping deeper and deeper and deeper until you come to the point where there are no more particles. All of a sudden you're now in front of the field of Quan, the source energy, the primary creator field. Allow yourself to rest, to be held by this field. You may spend lots of time in this field during your day. It's supporting you in every way, and it is not restricting you in any way. And with a strong intent to receive the grace of this transformation, dedicated in a self-love to your ascension, to becoming the new being, the citizen of the new earth, activating your new life, you're ready to receive the codes within this instrument of divine technologies that are allowing us to be and become what we always wanted. The new reality, divine says, is nothing like what we used to know, and it's everything we always wanted. So with that intent and willingness for a complete change, create the mudra, and allow it now to connect these three powerful energy points on each side of the eyes and at the point of the 8th chakra, and while holding the circuit, allow yourself to be lovingly reprogrammed. Thank you, Makara Kamera, Mantur, Malakatakana, Makatini, Neparacolata, Kata Kimen, and Pedacamatarima. Murumadic, Betica, Pedicate, Medic, particular Takata, Medurum, Dakatik, Bedaka, Meduta, Pedacatesikia, Urumadakatacuna, and then breathe. Relax between transmissions. Tiamas armat kiri jumatiki. When Madakula Tamanakot, Bananacola Quinaneta Kamara, the Medical Madati, or Madakan Mate, the Mad, Rundurida, the Comataco, and the name of the bad of the Katensi, or a Madakala Tamatu, the Magi, to the man, and to the Manaka, the Mount, and this. Mekotari, the Katikula, and breathe. And after this, allow yourself some time for integration. For those who are not familiar with the light language, Divine is offering very quick explanation. The divine language is the tool of reprogramming, just like a programmer on the earth plane programming your computer will use the binary code to create sequence of bioinformation. In similar fashion, the higher technologies of the divine beings of love and light within the divine field of intelligence are working with us in this fashion, as the sound is a very powerful tool for reprogramming the human energy field. What looks like a succession of different sounds are actually very particular high science consciousness technologies, allowing a quick change and shift from the human way of life of polarity and suffering into the higher way of life of unity with divine and life of heaven on earth. So join us over the weekend, over these transmissions, internet, individual sessions, whatever works, to create this heaven on earth, to extend and expand our reality to shake and break the old limitations, and to experience truly, with the peace and bliss in the heart, the light and delight of life. Karaira.